Well, it's always great to introduce some homegrown talent. In the music hot seat is Kevin Roy. And well, Kevin looks a little tired. He just got back from Breakout West, yeah. And how was that?
It was a wonderful experience. Yeah, as you may know, Breakout West was in Regina this year, and it's kind of nice to have it in a kind of a neighboring city, I guess. So it's kind of close to home. I made the drive out there, I think at 4:30 in the morning on Thursday. So it was a really long day, my first day out there, but yeah, it was a really wonderful conference. They put on a great time for us and a lot of great showcases, and happy to be out there.
Cool. All right, so let's get down to it. Music. I guess you've always dabbled in music, but you were a high school teacher?
Yeah, middle school specifically. So I got up to grade 9, so I guess kind of that transition age, I guess, of elementary to high school. And not only was I a teacher in that area, but it was woodworking, art, and cooking were my areas that I taught. So
the home ec teacher.
Never a dull moment. It was a wonderful career, and yeah, it was enjoyable, but happy to be pursuing the music and something that's always been a part of my life. What
was it that you knew that you could not stand there with a hammer or a oven mitt in your hand?
I think it was mostly kind of just a now or never sort of thing. Like, you know, I'm not always going to be able to load up in my car and tour the country and do these showcases in Regina or wherever, right? And so I had the, I guess, the ability to take a couple years of leave of absence to kind of test it out. And that's what I did. And then now I'm going into my 3rd year and doing it full time.
Wow. So don't let the hat fool you. Of course, country is in your heart. But it's like an old soul country, right?
Yeah, the music, the country music, it's kind of a weird time to throw the word country around in the music industry, as I think a lot of country music is dominated by the pop country, in which you hear on the radio. A lot of the country music I do is based off more traditional roots kind of country. Music I was raised on mostly kind of from my grandparents, and my parents raised me on it, and there's kind of almost an uprising of that music again in the scene, and it's really a wonderful time to be playing a roots kind of folk country blend in this day.
Yes, so now you've got a full length out, and it's Heartworn
Highways.
Yeah, that was interesting, the name. Is there a story behind that?
It was originally not the name. It was the last song I added to the album, and when I was kind of just assessing the overall themes of the album, it's a lot of roots, kind of where you're from. There's some heartbreak. There's some kind of devastating tunes, and it kind of was really all-encompassing travel songs to what was just being presented in the mix of the songs that are on the album.
Cool. All right, so now you're busy touring. I guess 1 or 2 things, Kevin, you've learned along the way as you're trying to find that sweet success.
1 or 2 things I've learned along the way. Well, I find I really got to try and stay sane on the road. A lot of traveling, this industry in this day and age, to make a living at it, you got to tour, you got to keep busy. And one thing I'm really learning is, you know, you got to keep yourself sane on the road, and I try to find a lot of time to, you know, whether it's, I love fishing and outdoors kind of things, and so, like, you know, if it's just going for walks when you're out on the road, or bringing your fishing gear along and trying to, you know, catch a few hours on the lakes and the rivers and stuff is really important to your sanity, and just making sure you're, you know, keeping in touch with yourself when you're constantly driving and playing shows, which is something that I love, but it's also, you know, it really becomes your life, and you got to keep in touch with yourself and other things in your life too.
Well, we hope that we see a lot of you coming up this summer, doing a lot of, or getting your word out there for summer festivals.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so another busy year for Kevin Roy. You're going to set up the song, though. You're not getting away without playing. So what are you going to perform?
So the song I'm going to perform is a song called Gone with the Wind, and it just might be one of the most upbeat, love, loss, heartbreak kind of songs that's out there.
Well, thank you so much. Here is Kevin Roy. Don't forget, get his album, Heartworn Highways.
Well, all my friends have told me that my love's gone with the wind. So I called up that hurricane to ask which way she's been. Had an eye on that city, no remorse, no pity. My lover has gone with the wind. But living in the prairies, there's no hurricanes around. But We've had us some thunderstorms, tornadoes touching down. No vacancy, they'll check in, spinning and home wrecking. And my lover is gone with the wind. And all my friends have told me that my love's gone with the wind. So I called up that hurricane to ask which way she's been. Had an eye on that city, no remorse, no pity. My lover is gone with the wind. All right. Western range, the Chinook winds, they howl and moan. If I were but a grain of sand, she'd carry me back home. But I don't think she's in the hills, she's not coming back. And my lover is gone with the wind. And all my friends have told me that my love's gone with the wind. So I called up that hurricane to ask which way she's been. Had an eye on that city, no remorse, no pity. My lover is gone with the wind. And all my friends have told me that my love's gone with the wind. So I called up that hurricane to ask which way she's been. Had an eye on that city, no remorse, no pity. My lover is gone with the wind. My lover, she's gone with the wind. My lover, she's gone with the wind.
That's a wrap for Backstage 360. Thanks for watching, and we'll leave you now with a little bit of what's to come in the next episode.
When I laid my eyes on you, I knew I was in trouble. I wrapped you in my arms, you wrapped me around your finger. I never will forget the first time I made you laugh. I could live 1,000 lifetimes